Hare Krishna, thanks all for joining. So we are discussing the Bhagavad Gita, which is the divine conversation happened between Krishna and Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Correct. So what we covered last week and last couple of weeks, anyone can quickly summarize? Anyone summarize quickly, like what we covered in last 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks? Hare Krishna. So last couple of weeks we were seeing some important slokas like from 12th chapter 12.13.14, how we can be uh, dearer to the Lord, correct, by exhibiting what are the qualities. We seen like a maitreya karunaya vacha nirmamo nirahankara, all these qualities like a we have to show the compassion to all the conditioned souls, okay, all the living entities. Then we have to be like we should not get angry, we should not get very what to say too much into the materialistic things. Okay, we need to exhibit the love towards like all the living entities, and we have to exhibit the devotion towards the Lord. Then we can be dearer to the Lord. So this we have seen. Then in the 17th chapter, austerity of the speech, austerity of the mind, and austerity of the body been explained, like that also we have seen. So for body, what are the austerity, for mind and speech, like a anudvega karam vakyam, that is uh, how we have to speak. We should not agitate others like while speaking. So that is how we have seen the austerity of the speech, mind, and the body. Then last week, since we celebrated the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhuji's appearance, okay, we were seeing the uh, glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, correct? So who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And why we have to remember him or like a pray to him? Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so glorious?
Prabhu is the incarnation of Lord Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Lord Krishna.
In the mood of Radharani.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So he is the incarnation of uh, Radha and Krishna together. Okay, he is Krishna himself, but forgetting as Krishna and coming as a in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Why he appeared and where he appeared?
He appeared in Navadvip Dham.
Okay, which is in Mayapur. Okay, which is in Kolkata. Okay, why he appeared?
He appeared on the request of Advaita Acharya to for for the fallen conditioned souls of this Kali Yuga.
Okay, fine. Okay, very good, Mataji. Then what is
Prabhu,
his?
he appeared
Hmm.
because he want to experience the separation, love of separation, like Radharani is experiencing the same love Krishna wanted to experience. So he incarnated as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
Correct. Very
and
good.
to distribute love to us.
Yeah. So we have seen that, correct, like how Uddhava and Balram are visiting Vrindavan, and they just seeing the gopis are so much desperate to see Krishna, and they were hankering like to see Krishna because they are so much separated from Krishna. So while they pass that message to Krishna, and Krishna wants to experience that love of like a separation, so how the devotees are enjoying like a Krishna prema. So to experience that, like he appeared. The other reason for his appearance is to teach the Yuga Dharma, which is, we are in this, which Yuga?
Kali Yuga, Prabhu.
Yeah, Kali Yuga. Okay. So Kali Yuga, what is a easy way to achieve the Lord?
By remembering and chanting God's name.
Yeah, Lord's name, correct? Like to experience and to practice, like how to chant the holy name of the Lord. To teach that he came as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he established the Yuga Dharma, which is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, that is the glory of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He lived only for 48 years. Okay, in that he established the Yuga Dharma by practicing various temples. Like you take many places in India, it was the South India trip or like a Vrindavan or Puri Dham or Mayapur, like everywhere he almost traveled and he established how to perform the chanting in this Kali Yuga. Like the easy way to reach Lord or attain Lord is to chant the holy name of the Lord. How to perform that chanting? He came as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he established the Yuga Dharma, which is Sankirtana Yajna, which is nothing but chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, so that is what like the glory of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his pastimes are unlimited. Okay, we can never cover in one class or like a two class, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime been captured in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is what we have seen in the past. The studying Bhagavad Gita is like okay, achieving or obtaining bachelor degree, correct? And then we are qualified to become a master. Then we can appear for we are eligible to study Srimad Bhagavatam. So completing Srimad Bhagavatam is completing master's degree. Okay, then we are qualified to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is like explaining the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because it is full of ecstasy. Okay, because it is not only Krishna, it is Krishna plus Radharani in a single incarnation. So it is so mellow and it is so much uh, so much ecstasy, like a filled the pastime. So that is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Completing Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is equal to like okay, obtaining PhD degree, PhD. So doctorate, like okay. So bachelor degree is studying Bhagavad Gita, master's degree is like studying Bhagavatam, and obtaining the PhD is nothing but studying Chaitanya Charitamrita. So that is so glorious, correct? So now let's shift our focus back to like a Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is a divine conversation happened between Krishna and Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So Arjuna was put into the dilemma state, okay, after being assembled in the battlefield, correct? Then Arjuna is surrendering to Krishna, and Krishna become the chariot driver for Arjuna, and he is using this opportunity to teach Bhagavad Gita. What is the Bhagavad Gita meaning? Bhagavat means Bhagavan, Krishna, and Gita means song. Okay, the song sing by the Lord, the instruction by the Lord, Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. That is the reason it is called Bhagavad Gita. It is a portion coming in the our epic Idikas, like okay, Mahabharat. So Bhagavad Gita consists of like okay 700 slokas, which is span across 18 chapter and 700 slokas, that has been further subdivided into three sections. First six chapter are called Karma Yoga. The next six chapter like is called Bhakti Yoga. The last six chapters are like called Jnana Yoga. So Karma, Bhakti, Jnana Yoga. So this is how like the 18 chapters are been subdivided. Then now we are in the 9th chapter, which is the most confidential knowledge. Okay, So what is confidential knowledge? What is more confidential and what is most confidential? That we have already seen. So see, chapter 2 and 3 is talking about the knowledge of the spirit, soul and body. We are not the body, but we are the soul, correct? Everyone agree to that point. Are we the body or are we the soul?
Soul, we are the soul.
We are the soul, correct? We are the soul or we have the soul?
We are the soul.
We are the soul, correct? So we are the soul, correct? That is what been explained by Krishna to Arjuna. It is not only Krishna to Arjuna, via Arjuna, it is to every one of us, correct? Krishna is explaining this concept not only to Arjuna, because Arjuna is already elevated. Krishna putting Arjuna into that particular confused state so that Bhagavad Gita can be taught to Arjuna. Via him, it can be taught to many. Okay, that is the reason this particular situation arises. Okay, otherwise, there was no need for Arjuna to get confused, correct? Because he is already elevated. He become the instrument in Lord's pastime. So we also need to be aware of that, and we need to be instrument in Lord's pastime. So in the second chapter, because Arjuna giving 5 reasons not to fight. What are those 5 reasons?
So that he will be killing his own relative or close friends,
Yeah, correct.
and he will be then getting the path of
Yeah, sin.
killing human.
Correct, exactly. Then
Sin,
he was having a bodily attachment. Then
bodily
he was worried
attachment.
about the family tradition will be vanquished. Then
Yes.
and he was thinking by killing them, whatever enjoyment I am going to get, I will not be able to benefit. Okay, I think I am going to get a sin only. So these are the 5 reasons,
Yes, yes.
and he is unable to take any decision. He is confused. Correct. Then Krishna is saying, whatever you are having the reasons not to fight, that is really not making sense at all, because we are not the body, we are the soul. Soul can never be killed by anyone. Then he is explaining the 30 characteristics of the soul, correct? Soul cannot be submerged into water. Soul cannot be uh, put into the fire, and it cannot be withered by the wind. So likewise, soul, a size of the soul. What is the size of the soul?
So less than a half
So,
of the size of the hair also. It's very
Yeah.
how
If
hard.
you
about
take a tip of the
10,000 part of the, yeah,
yeah, correct. Yeah, please.
10,000 part
Yeah,
of the tip of hair.
correct. Yeah. If you take a tip of a hair and cut that into 100 pieces, on that the tip of the hair again 100 pieces, that is the size of the soul, correct? It is so tiny. We can see that the size of the soul only via the microscope or nanoscope, correct? A very minute. But that soul only making us either as a living entity or a dead body, correct? Okay, now I am being called as a Vasant, correct? And if I die, my body remains same for that particular moment, or for after 1 hour, my body almost remains same, but they won't call me as a Vasant. They will call me as dead body. Okay, please remove the dead body. So what is making us to live in this world? What is giving us the respect in this world? It is the presence of the soul. Very important. We have to be very conscious of that. The presence of the soul making us either we live or dead, correct? Alive or dead. So that is the importance of the soul. Not our beauty, not our fame, not our wealth, not our home, or not our relatives. Nothing will matter, only the presence of the soul is going to keep us alive in this material world. That soul transmigrates from one body to another body according to our karma, according to our activity, according to our the futuristic thing, whatever we desire for. Correct? So that is the reason. And how many living entities are there? How many varieties of living entities?
84 lakhs.
Yeah, 84
Thousand.
lakh species, correct? So ant is one among the species. Elephant is one among the species. Okay, out of that, human is the topmost form. Okay, durlabam manusam dehe dehinam shanabanguraga tatrapi durlabam manne vaikunta priyadarshanam. So very, very rare to get the human body, correct? That human body to be utilized to serve the Lord, not to serve our senses, not to have more and more sense pleasure. No, the human body been given to serve the Lord. That is the purpose of life. One he understood this particular concept, and on that particular uh, aspect, if they are doing the whole of their activity, then they are intelligent and they will be able to get back to the Godhead. So that is what been mentioned in the confidential knowledge. We are not the body, we are the soul. Many don't know, okay, whether we are the body or we are the soul. They are more concerned, they are more attracted towards a bodily feature. Okay, I need this type of body, this type of color. Okay, I'm going to beautify my body. That body is going to perish. Okay, we need to, more than body, we need to take care of the soul. How I can nourish the soul? Okay, how I can better help the soul to reach its original destination. That is how we have to act in this material world. Okay, because many don't know whether we are the body or we are the soul, or okay, there is a existence of the soul. Many don't know, but one who knows that, okay, just knowing that, okay, we are not the body, we are the soul, then we are getting that confidential knowledge. Then what is the use of that confidential knowledge? It will help us to liberate from this material world to the spiritual world. Why we need to liberate from the material world?
So that we can go back to the Godhead.
Yeah, why we have to go back to the Godhead?
So we don't get into the cycle of birth and death, and we are free
Yeah,
from the life, and we are
correct.
basically
Very
we have
good.
achieved the purpose of our life.
So no one can be happy all the time in this material world. That we agree, correct? Like if someone will say the kids are very happy, or the elder guys are very happy. Kids are not happy because if you are hungry, you will go and fetch the food, you will ask the food and you will eat. But for kids, like if they are hungry, they have to cry to get their food. They don't know how to communicate initially, correct? So no one is ever happy in this material world, and the birth, death, old age, and disease, however powerful we are, however powerful, however wealthy we are, we can never get away from these four things: birth, death, old age, and disease. What is that? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. These four things no one can get away. Starting from an ant from this material world to the Brahma, everyone has to go through these four things. But that is the defect of this material world. But once we go back to the spiritual world, we don't need to go through this. Okay, no birth, no death, no disease, and no old age. That is the reason we have to get away, get liberated, not for any other thing. Okay, and in the spiritual world we will get the ever bliss. Okay, we can be happy all the time. So that is what we needed to understand first. We are not the body, we are the soul, which is confidential knowledge. And the more confidential knowledge is nothing but which has been talked, the knowledge of the soul and the difference between body and soul been explained in chapter 2 and 3. Then in the chapter 7 and 8, which is the starting section of the Bhakti Yoga, which is talking about knowledge which brings about enlightenment and about Krishna consciousness. Okay, so knowing alone doesn't take us to the destination. Okay, I know I need to go to Mumbai. I take the ticket. Okay, I book the car to reach airport. But if I am not taking an effort to reach airport and to board the flight, then I will never reach the destination, correct? That is what knowing is, the confidential knowledge, but acting on it, knowledge which brings about enlightenment about Krishna consciousness and the Supreme Lord and his energies. We need to know and we need to practice that. While drinking the water, we need to think, okay, Lord is present in this water. Because Lord says, I am present in every of the energy. While we see the sun and moon, we need to think of the Lord. We see like trees around us and the various creations like around us. Everything is like, okay, the property of the Lord. Lord is present in all movable and immovable things. Like that is how we have to understand and we have to realize the Lord's presence. That is what more confidential knowledge. Then the most confidential knowledge, which is this chapter, the chapter 9, which is talking about pure unalloyed devotion. Okay, what is the meaning of unalloyed devotion? Which we have seen in the past. What is the meaning of unalloyed devotion?
Prabhu, I think unalloyed means that we should be have clear focus that this whatever is written in Bhagavad Gita, whatever bhakti principles are written, we have to follow them. It should not be biased or unbiased that
Correct.
somebody is saying something. Just follow what Lord has told us to do.
Yeah. That is
Also,
one thing.
Prabhu, pure and undivided love for Krishna.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Only Krishna.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that is one thing. And it is not like, okay, unalloyed means there should not be any business. Like, okay, many a times, okay, we go to the temple, Lord, please, like, get a good job for my son. I will do this puja. So then it becomes business, correct? Unalloyed means you are doing everything for Krishna. Okay, how we can deeply understand this unalloyed? For example, okay, we offer boha to the Lord, correct? If you offer, okay, you want to have the gulab jam, okay, jamun, and but rather than like, okay, you are having it or preparing it for yourself, you are just preparing it, offering to the Lord, and having it as a prasadam. This is not unalloyed devotion. It is like, okay, you want to have the jamun, Krishna doesn't want to have the jamun, but you are offering to Krishna and having it as prasadam. Okay, it is what you like and you are doing it, and you are including Krishna. Okay, that is devotional service to an extent, like, okay, being exhibited. It is around 50% or 60%, but it is not pure unalloyed devotion. But if you are thinking, okay, today I am not hungry at all, I am doing fasting for Ekadashi, but my Lala is like, okay, wanting to have some milk sweet. He is very hungry, and let me prepare that boha for him. It is what Krishna wants. If you are preparing that, offering to Krishna, and offer that prasadam to others, then it becomes unalloyed devotion. I'm just taking this as an example. Okay, so what Krishna desires us to do, he wants us to respect everyone. He wants us to have like a pure bhakti everywhere. That is the reason like we have seen that 12.13.14. So 12 point devotional service, it comes 13.14. One who is not envious, advesta sarvabhutana maitra karuna evacha, nirmamo nirhankara samadukka sukha swamihi, santushta satatam yogi yayatma tridanishtheha, may arpita manobuddhir yomad bhakta same priyaha. One who is not envious but is kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself as a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me, such a devotee of mine is very, very dear to me. This is what Krishna wants, and this is what we have to perform. This sloka, just keep it in your mind, and whenever you are going through a difficult situation, whenever you are getting angry at other person, just think about this sloka. If I am angry on other person, I am not pleasing Krishna. I am not making Krishna happy. I am not desiring to be closer to Krishna, because Krishna is present in every of the living entity as a which Vishnu?
Prabhu Kshirodakshai Vishnu.
Kshirodakshai Vishnu. Okay, Krishna is present in every one of us. Okay, in you, in me, in every one of us as a Kshirodakshai Vishnu, correct? So, if we are making angry at other person, then it is as good as we are making angry with Krishna, which Krishna never likes, correct? So, that is how we have to practice. That is very, very important. That is what this confidential, what is the confidential knowledge? It is, we are not the body, we are the soul. That is confidential. And knowing that, like a connecting with Krishna and his energies, that is what more confidential knowledge. Then the most confidential knowledge is performing unalloyed devotion to the Lord. Okay, very, very important. Chapter 2 and 3 talks about confidential knowledge. Chapter 7 and 8 talks about more confidential knowledge. Chapter 9 talks about the most confidential knowledge. This is how we have to perform bhakti. Any doubt so far? Hare Krishna.
But like, for example, kids, right?
Yeah.
In the case of kids, if we are scolding them to for their betterment,
Yes.
if they're not listening, if they're not studying, or sometimes we have to scold them
Yeah, correct.
and let them. How will you classify this? Because yes,
See, okay, for the betterment of their future, as a duty of a parent, okay, you have to scold when they are deviating from your from their designated duty or responsibilities. Then obviously you need to scold. Okay, if you are not scolding, then you are not doing your duty. Okay, so that has to be like classified as the time and place according to that circumstances. But you don't need to really get angry. Okay, at that time you can uh, you can show the external world as like you are angry, but internally like you are talking to Krishna, like I am doing my duty. Don't I'm just like showing as if I'm angry, but I'm not angry at all. So that kind of conviction has to be there. There was one nice uh, pastime associated with, okay, there was a snake entered from a forest to a village. Okay, so the villagers were afraid of the snake. Okay, but the intention of the snake was, I want to perform devotion service and I don't want to kill anyone. Okay, So the villagers were like, okay, going here and there. Once the snake enters, like they were very afraid of it. So then the snake goes to the one Muni and is saying that, okay, I want to be peacefully like living my life in this village, but the villagers are afraid. So what I can do? Okay. So then villager that Muni told that, okay, you just exhibit your calmness. You don't need to show your hood and other things. Like, okay, just uh, be calmly, like, okay, you pass through and you don't disturb anyone. Correct? Then the snake was like going. The villagers are seeing like that snake been in the village for quite some time, but it is not doing any harm to any. Then the snake was like going here and there. The villagers start thinking, okay, I don't think it is a very venomous snake, and let me try to disturb that snake, like, okay, because they are getting excited. Okay, let me show my power. I will start hitting that snake. So the snake got hit heavily, and it is coming and informing to that Muni. Baba, you said like, hey, be calm and quiet, and I been according to your instruction. But now everyone think, okay, I am very less powerful, and they start hitting. Then the Muni told that, okay, I told you not to bite anyone, not to uh, not to have harm, do not like, okay, harm anyone. But I never said like, okay, don't. If someone is trying to hit you, I never said like, hey, you accept that hitting. You have to show as if like, okay, you have the hood and you are going to bite them if you are for your self protection. Then the snake understood when someone was trying to hit, it was lifting its hood and about to hit them. That is how we have to be in this material world. Okay, just because we are doing the devotion service doesn't mean that, okay, anyone can take advantage on us. We have to play according to the time, place, circumstances, but at the same time, our inner talk to Krishna, because Krishna is in every one of us, correct? Inner talk to Krishna, we have to always say, okay, Krishna, I'm doing it for the benefit of that particular situation and the benefit of that, okay, I don't commit any more sin for that reason. So that is how we have to show our anger towards the kids also, as if like, okay, we are doing it for their betterment only. Okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
The Zoom connection may disconnect now. Please rejoin. Hope you
Okay.
understood the story, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. Definitely. And so sorry. I mean, it's clear. It's just that sometimes we have to learn ourselves how
Yeah,
to
correct.
better
Yeah.
behave. Yeah.
Because we don't want to give the chance to others to override us because we are doing. Yeah. So, hope everyone understood the that particular pastime, correct? Like, we don't, for our self protection, we sometimes we have to show anger. Sometimes we have to like, okay, get away from some of the demoniac people. Okay, we don't need to be always in the calmness or exhibiting, because in our corporate world, like, okay, many a times many wants to crush other people and they want to overcome to higher position, correct? We don't need to be calmness all the time, like we have to sometime like exhibit the political thing, or in a betterment of like, okay, our own self protection, self defense, we have to exhibit. And but whatever the thing, you just justify and take the concurrence with Krishna, like, okay, that is by talking inner to like okay Krishna. That is very very important. Okay, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank
Yeah.
you, Prabhu. Very good.
Any other question? So we are in this 9th chapter. I don't think like we will have time to cover any sloka, but whatever thing we covered, we will try to revise that. So 9.123, yeah, 9.123, we talked about hearing about Krishna. What is the qualifications and the disqualifications? Okay, so Lord Krishna imparts this most confidential knowledge and realization to Arjuna because Arjuna was free from envy. Anasuyave. That is the qualification to receive Krishna's mercy. And how he can receive? By properly hearing it. Okay. This hearing, one more place we have seen. Which place? 7.1. Where else we have seen the hearing? Krishna is talking about hearing.
Prabhu, chapter 7, first sloka, Tat Shruno.
Yeah, very good, Prabhu. Tashruno, correct? Then, what is the benefit of this hearing? Is Krishna talking like a without any use to Arjuna? No, because he was talking and because Arjuna was able to hear. And what is the benefit? We will get relief from the material miseries, okay, and from this material existence. So we get the chance to get liberated. That is the beauty of this hearing and applying it in our real life. Okay, and this knowledge is the king of education. It is Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitram Idamuttamam, Pratyakshaga Avagamam Dharmyam, Susukam Kartum Avyayam. So that is the in that way, like a Krishna is imparting the knowledge to Krishna Arjuna, because this knowledge is so easily available, but it is not available for everyone. Not everyone, in spite of like it is being easily available, but not everyone is ready to take it because it is being given to the chosen people by the Lord. Who is that chosen people? One who is dear to Krishna, one who is a friend of Krishna, and one who doesn't have envy. They only get a chance to receive this knowledge. Very, very important. Not everyone can receive this knowledge, though it is easily available, freely available. Very, very important thing to understand. Okay, this is a qualification. He has to be non-envy, without enviness. Then he has to be a friend of Krishna or devotee of Krishna. Correct? Then the second sloka, which we see further glorification of the most confidential knowledge, because it is Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. It is confidential. It is not very, though it is easily available, but still it is confidential, very, very confidential. It is Gugyam, and it is the king of education. It is not normal knowledge. Like okay, whatever PhD which we are achieving, it is not the real knowledge. The real knowledge is knowing about Krishna and his pastimes. That is the real knowledge. Correct? Then the further slokas, like okay, we have seen, faithless cannot attain Krishna. Why we been chosen as the by the Lord to receive this knowledge? Because we have the faith in the Lord. If someone doesn't have the faith, they will never be able to achieve this knowledge. Very, very important. Then from 4 to 10, Krishna is talking about Krishna's Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. Relationship with the material world. Okay, so Kansam Prabhu. Krishna pervades and creates, annihilates like an entire cosmos through his material energy. So how Krishna creating and maintaining and annihilate the entire cosmic world, like that we have seen. He is pervading everywhere, and though he creates everything, but he is not affected by them, or he is not in them. It is his energy that we have to understand, that we have seen. Then living entities do not rest upon Krishna. So Krishna is aloof from all this material world, material energy. This inconceivable opulences are created by Krishna, but he is not affected by Krishna. He is not affected by those material energies. Okay. Then Krishna gives an analogy. Lord gives an analogy of the sky and wind. Like, okay, this we have seen. Then the whole thing, how the whole material world is created, and what is its cycle. Okay, Brahma's lifetime being explained, which we have already seen it in the foundational slide, correct? What is the lifetime of Brahma? Brahma lives for 100 celestial years. What is the time period of that? It is 311 trillion 40 billion years. We don't know how many ciphers it has, like how many zeros. So this is the lifetime of a Brahma. Brahma lives for 311 trillion 40 billion years. That is a time of one time between one inhale and exhale of Mahavishnu. Can we imagine that? Can we able to understand? It is beyond our capacity to understand. How much time we take, like if between one inhale and exhale? How much time we will take, but the time between one inhale and exhale?
Second.
Yeah, seconds, correct? Not even second, millisecond sometime. But for Mahavishnu, the time between one inhale and one exhale is 311 trillion 40 billion years. Is it possible for us to understand, or to capture that? It is impossible, correct? That great Krishna is ready to hug us, okay, is waiting for us to for our arrival to the spiritual world. But what we are thinking, okay, Krishna, please wait. My family is here. My son and daughter is here. Okay, my granddaughter is here. Let me enjoy time with them. Then I will come to you. That is how we are ignoring Krishna, and we are delaying our arrival to the, or our passage or journey towards the spiritual world. That is how unfortunate we are, which we have to correct very, very sooner. Okay, we have to utilize this life towards the Lord, towards the devotion service. This we have seen. This is what, like the Mahavishnu's one inhale and exhale, like a time, and the Mahavishnu has like so many, from his pores, like so many universes are being created, correct? Which we have already seen. No work can bind Krishna. He is ever detached. Okay, material world working under the direction of Krishna. All these things we have seen. Then non-worshipper and worshipper, like who will worship Krishna and who will not worship Krishna, which we have seen already. Fool thinks Krishna as an ordinary man, which is not the case, and so the fools deride, like okay, the Krishna as a normal person, which is not the correct thing. Then this we have seen, correct? Like this, with this we stopped, correct, last time, 9.13. This one we have seen, like satatam kirtayanto mam yatantasa dhrita vridaga Namasyantasya mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. Correct? So, satatam kirtayanto mam, like the external activities of Mahatma, one who is like a great devotee of the Lord, he always performed the Sankirtana Yajna, and he is very determined to perform devotion service, and he is having the determination that Krishna will protect me, protect us. Okay, how Prahlad was having the determination that Lord will protect me because his own father is trying to kill him. Correct? Who is father of Prahlad? Yeah. Who is the father of Prahlad?
Hiranyakashipu.
Hiranyakashipu. Correct? Hiranyakashipu himself, like he want to kill his son, but still Prahlad was undetermined. Prahlad was determined that Lord will protect me. How that a sparrow was trying to protect it or take back its eggs, like from the ocean. Correct? That also, that determination we need to have. Then we have to always pay our obeisances to Lord Krishna. Namasyantasya mam bhaktya. So this, with this sloka, we ended last time, and we are going to continue the next slokas in the upcoming classes. Because why I'm little deviating from the topic is the devotional service is so important. We need to understand why we are studying Bhagavad Gita, how we need to study Bhagavad Gita, and how we can exhibit whatever study we are doing in our daily life, day-to-day life. That is very important. Otherwise, it is nothing but just we come, attend the class, and go and do our material things. That should not be the case. This teachings has to bring the change in every one of us, as to do more devotion, to do more chanting, to do more preaching to about the Lord to others. Okay, Hare Krishna. That is the that is it for today's class. Anyone has any queries, any feedback, anything they want to comment or share? Okay, if no further queries, we are good to close the class. The situation, everyone is aware of it. Please be safe and take care of it. And let's pray 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra for everyone's safety and healthy situation, and let the war comes to an end sooner by the mercy of the Lord. Okay, let us pray 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thanks all for joining. Have a wonderful and a safe weekend and a week ahead. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.